There's no doubt prophecy fulfilling. On the day of judgment,
30 minutes after 6 o'clock.
midnight you will.
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world, those of you in the diaspora, good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful time thus far. You're up in the land of the living, and it's something to be also thankful for. Yeah.
Don't run it now. Hold me just as hold me. Hold me. Hold me. Hold me, Jesus, hold me. Hold me. Hold me. Hold me, Jesus, hold me.
It's Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Wednesday, the 28th day of June in the year 2023. Yours truly, the innocent one in your company as usual. My brother Arthur Langai, and he says, good morning, brother, on this Wednesday. I'm watching live from Brooklyn, New York. Partners, you're turning New Yorker, boy.
I am the door.
Yeah. Guys, I don't know what's going on, man. That flu is back.
He that enters by me shall
Fever and all, headache and everything, man. What's wrong?
me.
As the folks are saying, there's something more to it than this flu, man.
Will give you.
What did this guys put in this thing?
Take my yoke upon him.
Yeah.
Yoke is
Man,
and my burden.
had a rough night.
For God did not send his
Catherine Phillip, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Have a wonderful day today. I'll do my best.
For it is by love and for love of humanity that the Father sent his own,
Born again.
that the human
Yeah.
can move from mortality.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to the folks inside of Wester Hall in St. David. Johnny and the guys, good morning.
That treasure is
Saltfish, what's up, man?
the precious blood of Jesus Christ.
My good friend at the MNIB. Yeah, my partner with the shop right there.
On the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Good, 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 good. Born again. The man Edson Ajamu Mitchell, MBE. Yeah, member of the British Empire. Good, 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 good. How are we doing this morning? Yeah, everybody all right? I hope so. You know, Veronica Sandy says, good morning, GBN Grenada. Good morning, Gordon Innocent Joseph. Blessings. Good morning, everybody. Nadia Hazard Samuel, good morning, my birthday today. Well, morning, happy birthday. Yeah, where is the birthday party? I don't eat turkey, no mutton, okay? A little beef or pork, preferably some chicken. Good morning, Mr. Innocent and my Grenada people. This is a beautiful day that the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. Hey, Paula, Paul preaching this morning, boy. Good morning, Paula. Nicole James, good morning. First time chiming in from New York City. Well, girl, you've been missing out. But nonetheless, welcome, Nicole. You've made the right choice. Your day will be different. It will be better. As the English would say, it will be better. Yeah, we'll give you some sunshine today. Well, it's a bit still overcast here, but it's not raining per se. We'll get to know the full weather report just about 7 o'clock this morning. Yeah. I hope you had a wonderful night. Please, folks, boost your immune system and use lots of fruits and so forth, you know. Get some one a day and stuff, man. This flu is crazy. I'm talking with you now and oh my goodness. Fever and all. Yeah. Monty Young, good morning from SVG. Wow. Yeah, good morning the folks in Chauncey. Otley Hall, good morning. Melville Jack, Monty, if you see Melville Jack, tell him I say hello, okay? Good night. Let's get with the program this morning. All those of you who are with us this morning. Saying good morning to my good friend Kitty Cat. How you doing, girl? You good? You up and getting ready? You're preparing yourself for work? Well, give your brother Alwyn my regards and the folks at Cupra. All you good? Nice. Time for the word of the day. The word today, it's a noun, and it is a computer-related word, all right? It is the word kludge. K-L-U-D-G-E, kludge. And a kludge is a haphazard or makeshift solution to a problem, and especially to a computer or programming problem. Mr. Dabrio, good morning. Have you found the clue yet? Yeah. All right, so remember that kludge, K-L-U-D-G-E, right? It is a noun and it is a haphazard or makeshift solution to a problem, especially to a computer or programming problem. Here's how we can use the word. Andy knocked out a hasty kludge to circumvent the glitch until a more robust solution could be developed. Nice. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Dikoto. How are you doing? Yeah, the computer guys. Mr. Leo Kato, good morning. Are you getting to practice your computer skills at the House of Parliament? Yeah. Good morning to you and the family, bro. Adrian Posueda Thomas, good morning, bro. How you doing? Agriculture on the move, eh? Nice. Good morning to you and the family. Teacher Reggie, good morning. How you doing, sir? And good morning, Nadisha. It's your time, the thought of the day. And it says, what matters most in a purposeful life is giving one's fullest strength to one's cause. Great efforts assure satisfaction, while common efforts can lead to regrets. I'll reiterate that. What matters most in a purposeful life is giving one's fullest strength to one's cause. Great efforts assure satisfaction, while common efforts can lead to regrets. Make some great efforts today, all right? Yeah. Don't be common. Yeah, don't be common, man. Be, special. Yeah. Don't go where everyone else is going. Craft out your own path, Buzzing this morning, of course, the Maggie King of the Grill on Saturday the 29th of July. Anybody coming home for that, boy? I know a lot of folks from the diaspora are coming just for the Maggie King of the Grill. Yeah, to come and interact with the GBN staff and all the followers, the local followers. Mr. Langa, and you coming? Coming down for the, Come down, Miss Jeremiah is going to be there, so she can convert you, what I'm saying? Look how I create a provocation mode this morning, my God. Miss Jeremiah, good morning to you. Good morning to the folks at Care Bears. Good morning. And today I want to say, I want to extend some strength to the Roberts family out there in Grenville. All right, Teacher Claudia will be laid to rest today, and I know it's going to be a very challenging time for the family, Mr. Roberts and the children, Eliza, Ella, what's his name again? Elon. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but we'll be there to to extend our strength to you. I know Teacher Dawn is going to be, oh my goodness, girl, be strong today, okay? Teacher Nailon, be strong, all right? The principal and staff of the Paraclete Government School, be there for each other today. Why was she taking up this time? Only God knows. He knows best, all right? So be strong, okay? The Spice Mass 2023 calendar of events, it's out. It's been out for a while, so I hope by now you have acquainted yourself with it, and you've planned which events you're going to attend and so forth. Okay. Good morning to you, my good friend, Mr. Cecil Noel, the CEO of the Spice Mass Corporation, hardworking gentleman as always. Good morning to you, Mr. Livingston Nelson, also the CEO of the Cultural Foundation. Teacher Selma, good morning. Kunta Kinte, or Kitaf, good morning. Can't remember the little girl's name, but nonetheless, good morning to you. Also buzzing this morning, in his remarks, Prime Minister Mitchell expressed sincere gratitude for this generous contribution and highlighted the advanced features of the boat. That is a boat that was contributed to the Coast Guard he's talking about, including the latest Furono navigational system and tactical communications. Now, he emphasized that these communication capabilities enable seamless coordination with other military vessels and aircrafts, allowing us to respond swiftly and effectively to maritime emergencies. He says we are deeply appreciative of this gesture, which will undoubtedly enhance our capacity to safeguard our maritime interests and protect our shores. Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of Grenada, thank you. Also buzzing, a 21-year-old farmer of Seamoon in St. Andrew. He has been arrested and jointly charged with capital murder in connection with the execution-style shooting death of Jonathan Richards 3 months ago. Now, why did you get yourself involved in that, young fellow? Come on. The devil is going to knock, but don't answer. Do not yield to him. Resist the devil and he will flee. I know you know that. Why did you get yourself inculcated in this crap, man? Come on, think twice. The temptations are always there. They're ever present. But you've got to rise above them. I've learned it the hard way. There are times when, you think of the things that people do and say you feel that you can just get up and do. Why did they say that? Why did they do that to me? But then you got to think back and realize that that's how the world is. That's how life is. The sooner we get to understand that life is not fair, the better for us, yeah? Good things happen to bad people and vice versa. Bad things happen to good people. Also buzzing this morning, the Member of Parliament for St. Mark, the Honorable Clarice Modeste, is troubled over the increase in crime in the country. Yeah, I heard them on that press conference yesterday, and oh boy, they had quite a lot to say. Now also buzzing, the cause of death of Josiah John T. Robinson has been confirmed. I do hope that the perpetrators are brought to justice and swiftly. You do not take someone's life. You do not. Whether they offend you or not, you did not give life. You cannot give life, so you're not supposed to be taking life. Passengers traveling within the region now have an alternative for travel from Barbados to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as Virgin Atlantic has officially begun its inter-island travel service. Yeah, you can travel within the region on the wide-body aircraft. Yeah, what's it? I think it's $1,000. That's not a bad fare at all. $1,000 to ride on a Virgin Atlantic plane. Oh my goodness. I'm traveling tomorrow. All right, 1 year after losing the elections to the National Democratic Congress, the opposition New National Party is regrouping and preparing for the party's convention. When will it be? That's the question everybody is asking. When will the convention be? Good, nice. Good morning to you, Mr. Mando. How are you doing? Almando, you good? Well, by now you would have heard of the fire that destroyed 2 yachts at Claxcoat Bay, the boatyard and marina. All right, firemen in Grenada came in for high commendation for the prompt response to Friday night's fire at Claxcoat Bay, the boatyard and marina, which prevented further escalation of the blaze of the vessels. I saw my good friend talking away on TV the other day, the fireman himself. How are you doing, officer? Good. Finally buzzing, a St. Andrew builder has been remanded to the Richmond Hill prison pending sentencing after being found guilty of unlawful carnal knowledge in an 18-year-old matter. Wow. After 18 years. Partners, better they had caught you up earlier, so by now you come out already. While on that, saying good morning to the management and staff, the commissioner and his staff out there at His Majesty's Prison. Good morning to you. So I can't remember your name, and I'm a good friend. I had to drop by, you promised that you're going to come and sit down and talk with us and talk to us about the reformative process that goes on at His Majesty's Prison. Good morning to the ladies at the front gate. Yeah. Nice. Good morning to the residents up there. All right, Davis and Godfrey and Alden and Kenny and all those of you up there. Good morning. All right, be strong, be safe, and continue with your transformational agenda up there. When you come back out, you can reintegrate into the population and make meaningful contributions. You've been through it, so now you can talk with younger people and say, hey, don't do this because this is going to happen, you know? That's what I do. I use my life experience to talk to my children and the youngsters as well. As a matter of fact, good morning to you, Mr. Jude Hector and Mr. Richard Simon and the team. We are coming with a force, yeah? We are going to transform Grenada in our own way. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 15 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's time for us to take that break as we have the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Let me tell you this morning I'll be joined by a guest, a very interesting guest, Mr. Fitzroy Adolphus. He is the first minibus driver in Grenada. He's coming to share his experience from then and compare it to now. So we'll be talking with him this morning briefly, and then we'll have a conversation. I do hope our telephone lines are better this morning, okay? So those of you on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Those of you on Classic, we've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Stick and stay with us. We'll be back after 7.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Offer ends August 31st, 2023. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits.
Good evening, I'm Kenroy Batiste. A 21-year-old farmer of Seamoon St. Andrew has been arrested and jointly charged with capital murder in connection with the execution-style shooting death of Jonathan Richards 3 months ago. His fellow accused, 30-year-old Vicentia national Elton Andrews, was arrested 1 month after the March 21 shooting and has been remanded to prison.
GBN News understands that 21-year-old Daniel George was apprehended by police officers on Monday at his home in Seamoon St. Andrew and taken into custody for questioning in connection with the March 21st shooting death of Jonathan Richards, also known as Not Nice. His arrest comes 2 months after Elton Elliston Andrew, a 30-year-old resident of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, was arrested, charged, and remanded to the Richmond Hill Prison for capital murder. George appeared on the capital murder charge at the Guave Magistrates Court on Tuesday before Magistrate Nevelyn John. Attorney Henry Pariag, who was not present in court when the matter came up for hearing, has confirmed that he has been retained to assist the 21-year-old farmer, who was remanded to the Richmond Hill Prison until July 12th. Richards, who resided at River Lane, Guave, St. John at the time of his death, was reportedly shot at least 6 times while hanging out in the gun battle area. He was taken to the General Hospital where he passed away. Information is sketchy, but it is alleged that the perpetrator arrived by boat, committed the crime, and escaped through similar means. Meanwhile, the Vincentian murder suspect has retained attorney Anselm Clouden to assist him in the matter. In an earlier interview with reporters, amidst an uptick in gun-related crimes on the island, officer in charge of crimes, Assistant Commissioner of Police, ACP Vanny Kerwin, expressed confidence that that the Royal Grenada Police Force had a strong case against him.
The good thing about us is that if you come illegally and commit a crime, chances of getting out become a little bit slimmer, as we've seen here. Vincent and our Saul now being charged for murder. He came in however he come in, but he's not going out, has been accused now of committing a crime.
The now deceased Richards was arrested in June 2019 along with another Vincentian identified as Cornelius Hackshire in connection with a robbery incident at D.A. Monroe and Sons Sunshine Snacks store located on Grenville Street, St. George's. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Now, a 26-year-old Soubise resident was granted bail when he appeared before the Grenville Magistrates Court on Tuesday on gun-related charges. Alvin Edwards, a landscaper by profession, was arrested and charged on Monday with the offenses of possession of firearm, possession of ammunition, and discharging a firearm in a public place. The charges stemmed from an alleged shooting incident in Crowshoe, St. Andrew earlier that day. Making his first court appearance before Magistrate Kinner Victor Marast at the Grenville Magistrate Court on Tuesday, Edwards was represented by attorney-at-law Anselm Clouden, who made the bail application on his behalf. The police prosecution team strongly objected to bail for him, considering the present climate relating to gun violence and the need for the courts to help remedy the situation. However, bail was granted in the sum of $50,000 with two sureties. As part of his bail conditions, Edwards was instructed to surrender his passport and report to the Grenville police station 3 times weekly. He's not permitted to travel without permission and has been placed on a curfew from 5:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. We can tell you, too, the matter has been adjourned to September 8. The Member of Parliament for St. Mark is troubled over the increase in crime in the country. Christina John reports.
Member of Parliament for St. Mark, Clarice Modeste Cohen, is calling on the Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dickon Mitchell, to address the issue of rising crime in the country. Modeste Cohen said the rise in crime among young people and the likely impact it can have on the tourism product is troubling.
That with any vindictiveness towards the government in office, but I am saying to the Minister for National Security to wake up and deal with the matter before it gets too far. One of our flagships, one of the things that we were always proud about was the safety and security in Grenada, and that lured tourists. So even tourism that has contributed to the growth of the economic growth of this country, that was seriously conditioned by our national safety that we were proud of.
The MP says she has not heard of the Minister of National Security's plan to address the scourge. She cited a productive engagement of young people as a stepping stone to curbing delinquency.
And I have listened to a number of the interviews and the presentations by our present Prime Minister, but I don't know if I missed anything. I have not heard any concern about the level of crime in our country and what the plans are. I heard other plans, but not what the plans are. And I want us to take a back step again to when NNP was in office, and some years ago we had various gangs and fighting and so on. The crime rate was going up, and NNP jumped into the fray, the NNP government, and they invited the social partners, join us, let us see what we can do.
She's of the opinion that building on what was started under the previous NNP administration could be an option.
There are several examples of what we have done in a lot of areas that NDC does not need to reinvent the wheel. They can rebrand. They can call it whatever name. They can take the statistics. They can take the kudos. But please, NDC in office, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell and the team, remember you went in in office because of the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, and you're there to serve them. Give them a little bit of service, please.
During the last month, data showed overall an 0.8% increase in crime and a 1% increase in violent crimes, especially in harm offenses. Christina John, GBN News.
Other news, the cause of death of Josiah John T. Robinson has been confirmed. Rena Pitt Thomas has the latest.
The Royal Grenada Police Force has confirmed the result of a second autopsy done on Josiah John T. Robinson's body, which revealed that he died from manual strangulation. The body of Robinson was found on Sunday, June 18th, around 1 p.m. on BBC Beach. He was last seen at a bar in the same vicinity. His death came hours after he allegedly participated in an inaugural Pride event held in St. George's as part of Pride Month. While the RGPF is still tight-lipped about specific information on the autopsy or the investigation, the Robinson family issued a statement today asking for privacy. The statement reads, and I quote, "On behalf of our grieving family, we would like to express our deepest gratitude for the incredible outpouring of support, sympathy, and love we have received during this difficult time. The overwhelming compassion and kind words shared by all of you have provided us with strength and solace as we navigate the profound loss of our beloved John T. Your heartfelt message, comforting gesture, and unwavering presence have touched our hearts in ways we cannot adequately express. Your support has been a testament to the enduring bonds of friendship and the power of a compassionate community. As we begin the journey of healing and coming to terms with our loss, we kindly request some time and space to grieve in privacy. While your continued thoughts and prayer means the world to us, we ask for your understanding as we navigate through this challenging period. Please allow us the space to find solace, lean on one another, and honor the memory of our dear John T. in the most personal and meaningful way. Once again, we extend our deepest appreciation to each and every one of you for your unwavering support, love, and understanding. Your kindness have provided us with strength during this unimaginable time, and we are forever grateful for your presence in our lives. The death of John T. remains a subject of police investigations, and GBN will continue to update the story as information comes to hand. For GBN News, I am Rena Pitt Thomas reporting.
Passengers traveling within the region now have an alternative for travel from Barbados to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as Virgin Atlantic has officially begun its inter-island travel service. Here's the report.
Virgin Atlantic has delivered on one of its latest initiatives, providing inter-island connectivity. The airline touched down at the Maurice Bishop International Airport just around 7:30 p.m. last Tuesday from Barbados, making it the only UK airline allowing travelers to easily hop from Barbados to Grenada or St. Vincent. The new inter-island service are set to provide local, regional, and international customers with more opportunities to explore the Caribbean, with flights operating between the islands twice per week. Video footage shared by the Grenada Tourism Authority from the Barbados Broadcasting Corporation shows Hannah Swift, Virgin Atlantic's Caribbean country manager, as part of the traveling delegation. She said these additional flights will offer more intra-regional travel opportunities.
At the moment, we are finding that the flights between the islands, between Barbados and St. Vincent and Barbados and Grenada, are proving extremely popular. We've got a great price point, a great product, and a really lovely brand that not many people in the Caribbean have experienced. So the fact that they can now do it and jump on a wide-bodied aircraft between the islands is such an exciting thing. So we are expecting lots of people on board. We're already seeing, even though we've only been on sale for a few weeks, plenty of sales coming in. As my team can tell you, our office has been flooded with people.
Grenadian Leslie Ramdani, a long-standing travel industry official, welcomed the additional flights.
Well, for me, especially today, it is really important because I've been having problems to get back to Grenada since yesterday morning. had to overnight in Barbados because the flight was cancelled, rescheduled for today, no connection. So this is really a great opportunity to afford persons who want to connect to Grenada from not only from Barbados but other islands. It's an important connection, and not only that, it will be good for our tourism industry. More opportunities to fly into Grenada.
Christina John, GBN News.
Well, 1 year after losing the elections to the National Democratic Congress, the opposition New National Party is regrouping and preparing for the party's convention. Beverly Telesford is going to tell us about that.
The opposition New National Party is in recovery and repair mode 1 year after the June 2022 elections. Representative for the NNP, Roland Bowler, assessed the past 12 months for the party in its opposition role. He informed that members have collectively identified and accepted some of the factors that led to the 9-6 defeat.
1 year later, we are still putting things back together. The NNP had a history of being a winning party. And I think that history probably got into many of us and we became complacent. We felt that 2 back-to-back 15-0, 2013, 2018, I mean, who can beat NNP? No one could. But I mean, it was not necessarily a rude awakening for most of us, because those of us who understand politics, we would have understood how fluid politics is. It's not a thing that is static. It doesn't stay one way, because you're dealing with human beings and people change as time goes by. The preferences become different. The things they needed yesterday are not the same things they need today. And so they make decisions sometimes at the spur of the moment. But in terms of what we're doing, we're trying to regroup, we're recouping, we're trying to rebuild the structure of the party, as the constitution of the party says, building from the ground up, putting our party groups in place, ensuring that our constituency branches are okay, and moving forward to a big question that is being asked all the time, preparing to go to a convention.
Bowler said since the election, the party has held retreats and sought outside intervention as it seeks to rebuild its political positioning.
We have had, since the election to now, we have had retreats. We have looked critically at what may have been the cause or causes for our loss at the polls. What should we have done differently? What we must do now, and how we should approach the future. We had even gone as far as bringing in some foreign input, people to look at the NNP, look at the structure, look at our life since NNP has started in 1984 to present. And the days when we won all the seats, what did we do then? How we operated in government.
The NNP rep says the party has recognized the huge contribution the youthful population made to the last general elections. He believes it is time the party drafts new blood into the organization.
The changing times, because one of the things we found out is that the youthful population, whom we sometimes take for granted, believing that they don't know what they want or what they are about, they are now playing a much more significant role in terms of the political life of this country than probably 10, 15 years ago. Those who are part of NNP now and has been part of NNP and has been, in the fight and in the trenches working to see that the party move forward, the party will not be able to graduate to where it wants to be without the assistance, without the advice, without the involvement of these people. But we need to bring in new blood. We need to infuse new and youthful, people, people with technical knowledge, people who are academically brilliant, and so it's going to be an NNP of a greater mixed. Yes.
Bowler was a guest on GBN's To The Point program on Tuesday. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
The Coast Guard unit of the Royal Grenada Police Force has been outfitted with another vessel to assist with patrolling coastal areas for law enforcement and search and rescue missions in Grenada's waters. There's more in this report.
The PB-08 utility boat donated by the U.S. Coast Guard through the U.S. government is 12 meters in length with 2 diesel engine. It is fitted with the largest navigation system and tactical communications, which will enhance Grenada's search and rescue capabilities and enforcement of the law within our maritime domain. The vessel was officially handed over on Tuesday morning. Prime Minister and Minister for National Security Dickon Mitchell, in his remarks at the ceremony, underscored the importance of the vessel and building capacity within the Coast Guard.
This enhanced communication capabilities allow seamless coordination with our military vessels and aircraft, empowering us to respond swiftly and efficiently to maritime emergencies. We particularly note the impressive range of the vessel, which spans up to 300 nautical miles, and this extended reach expands our operational capacity and bolsters our ability to reach those in distress, ensuring that no call for assistance goes unanswered.
The donation of the PB-08 utility boat is part of the U.S. Maritime Security Assistance Initiative called Secure Seas, which in turn is part of the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative and managed by the U.S. Southern Command. Kevin Bostick, a directorate of the U.S. Southern Command, revealed that the donation is an investment of over $1 million.
If anybody doesn't know, this is a $1.2 million investment in the country. And again, key for the United States to strengthen that partnership with Grenada, maintain that relationship with Grenada, and the only thing that we ask is that you use it for its intended purpose, sir, and that is your call, but it is definitely a donation. Okay, there's no strings attached with that. The only string is please use it for the Grenadian folks, the Grenadian people. What I will do is my TAF team, the technical assistance field team, the ones who come out to work with your Coast Guard and police defense forces, etc., they actually fall in my formation.
Her Excellency Linda Tagliella Teller, U.S. Ambassador to Barbados and the rest of the Caribbean, said the donation solidifies the vision of keeping Grenada and the rest of the Caribbean region safe.
This event reflects the strong bonds between our two nations and our sharp vision to keep the Caribbean region and its waters safe. The Royal Grenadian Police Force Coast Guard has been and continues to be an essential protector of not only the waters of Grenada, but the entire Eastern Caribbean. As defenders of the maritime domain, I know you are out on the front lines protecting against illicit and illegal activities, including the smuggling of weapons, people, and narcotics, and unreported and unregulated fishing. I am truly impressed with Grenada's high standard of excellence in both operations and maintenance of your Coast Guard assets. And I would also like to give a shout out to those who maintain those boats and take care of them.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Indiscriminate dumping refers to the unlawful disposal of waste in undesignated spaces, such as open or vacant land, sources of water, and other areas. The Latan Beach in St. David is at the end of the GBN eyesore lens.
Our ISO reporter tonight wants to use the platform to draw attention to indiscriminate dumping near a beach along the East Coast. Rubble is photographed in a pile on the sand on Latant Beach in St. David. Our citizen journalist is hoping the relevant authorities can put an end to the dumping and have the rubble cleared. We thank tonight's ISO reporter for that submission, and we encourage everyone to do their part to eliminate indiscriminate dumping and ensure that Grenada maintains a clean environment, living up to its name, Pure Grenada. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Grill Master. Now available. Grill Master Takeaway. Healthy choices of dinner is available every day from 5 p.m. A solution to end your day with healthy, hot meals. Are you tired of fried, greasy foods, junk food, high-calorie food before bed, leading to a bad night and sleep? Grill Master brings the solution for you by offering customized, hot, fresh, healthy grilled food sustainable for after workout, your keto diet, and those who love greens. Let your last meal be your next day fresh start. Grill Master is second to none. Advance your order for pickup or delivery at 439-3737 or our WhatsApp number at 1-473-423-3737. Grill Master, second to none.
NIS, our team proudly works to support the evolving needs of Grenadians. We have made some changes to our operations and want to keep you informed. Firstly, we are happy to introduce the new unemployment benefit. This benefit will provide an insured person with 50% of his or her former income in the case of sudden unemployment. To support this benefit and other benefits we offer, it was necessary to increase the contribution rate. The contribution rate will increase gradually each year until it reaches 16% in 2031. As always, the contribution will be split between you and your employer. The pensionable age will also increase from 60 to 65 years. This increase will also be gradually reaching age 65 in 2029. Pensioners will continue to be eligible for a pension from age 60, but will receive a reduced payment. The NIS recognizes that the prices of basic customer goods are increasing globally. Therefore, we are happy to also increase the weekly minimum pension payment by 25%. Finally, we have adjusted our survivor's benefit payment to a percentage of the age pension minimum. Widows, widowers, and dependent parents will receive 100% or $58 weekly, while children will receive 50% or $29 weekly of the deceased's pension. We are here to make the transition to these new changes as clear and simple as possible. If you have any questions on how these changes impact you and your family, please contact our new informational hotline at 440-6647 or visit www.nisgrenada.org. Thank you for allowing us to be your social security provider. Important announcement for CIBC First Caribbean customers. Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited invites prospective customers to collect their debit and credit cards, checkbooks, night depository keys and bags, and deposit books at its distribution center located at the GV Steel Conference Room, number 14 Church Street, St. George's. The center will be open from June 19th to July 8th, 2023, operating from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Mondays to Fridays, and from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays. You will be required to present a valid photo ID for collection. To avoid any delay in your service, we encourage you to visit Co-op Bank's distribution center at your earliest convenience between June 19th and July 8th, 2023. We look forward to welcoming you home.
Welcome home.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
In our our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
All right, good morning, folks. Welcome to the conversation this morning. As I hinted to you earlier, I'm joined by a distinguished gentleman and his children, his daughter and his grandson. I give you an insight as to who he is. This morning I'm joined by Mr. Fitzroy Adolphus.
Yes.
He is the first minibus driver. He claims that distinct honor of being the first minibus driver in Grenada. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Folks, in speaking with him prior to us coming live, he asked me, I said, good morning, young man. And he said, how old do you think I am? I said, you could be 60-something. He said, I'll be 90.
No, he is not.
You're 90?
I was 90 on the 13th of February this year.
90?
90, yes.
Wow. What's the formula? What is it you do that keeps you so young?
Well, I don't know. In good health.
And in good health?
Yes.
Wow.
No pain. Nothing at all. I can still play my draft with the young guys.
You win or you lose?
Both, I win and lose.
All right. Okay. Well, let me get to it. Being the first minibus driver in Grenada, all right, how was it then? How was the minibus business then? How was it?
Well, the first minibus that came to Grenada, T. Noel Smith was the agent for Volkswagen, and he had ordered 2 Volkswagen buses, but one was used for Wibbs and he used one for Santa Maria Hotel. Nobody wanted to run a minibus of 12 with the big buses holding 50 at 10 cents and 5 cents a drop.
What year was that?
That was in the 60s.
In the 60s?
Yeah, no, but he ordered a bus in 55.
Okay.
Right.
Janet.
He was after Janet, yeah. But nobody wanted that to run on the road. And after it been used by him in Santa Maria and Wibbs, Michael Piesity was acolyte in the Anglican Church, and he knew me in St. Luke's. And I was driving after being by Bristol, worked with Bristol as a little boy in the pharmacy, and bought a new car. I was driving it and I had an accident. And while waiting, my brother gave me $400 to buy a
an old car to start with.
$400 to buy a car?
Yes, from Mr. Ford.
Okay.
Ford Morris, 1256. So, by driving the car, Paisadi, after this Volkswagen died, Paisadi bought one and fixed it up. And as he knew me, he approached me and asked me if, because he used to make one trip in Montparnasse in the morning and one in the evening, because he was still working in the church. And he approached me and asked me, why not take the bus to run? It sounds strange to take a little bus holding 12 to run against these big buses. But I did take the chance, and he went to the bank to lend me the money to pay for it. And I started it. Now, I was very favorite with Franco, that had the ice cream factory.
Okay.
Thing. And working with Franco, me and Franco was good friends. He had a parlor. And when I took over the bus, I never gave up. Franco never gave me up. Whenever he have to go to take a ride in the moonlight night, I have to take his family around.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go to the cold storage, send somebody to stop me in the market to go and collect his goods in the cold storage. And he never gave me up. But when I got the bus now, I start flying to Bolio. Now, 5 buses running in Bolio from town to Van Dam and back. They all come down to town for 7 o'clock. Everybody full up. But I start running, I'm in town at 6 o'clock. And the people get to know that I'm making my first trip. I make 3 trips to town before they make the first trip.
Wow.
And then, certain time in the day, you could have walked from town to Bolio, and you couldn't get a bus.
So you started running that during that time?
Then I continue running, and how I got the name is, I didn't, when I come around the market in those days, I didn't switch off. I just raise a hand. So what the bus is gathering, because they was waiting until
they full up.
That time you could have walked from town to Bolio. I couldn't get a bus. The people from Van Dam and Boca used to have to walk down Snow Canal to wait for me certain time in the day.
Okay.
And then I became the size for football, the size for cricket, the size for the church, and when I put the name, but now how I got the name one more is when I come to the market.
Yeah.
And the bus is filling up, so I just blow beep beep, and I put a finger out and I shout out, one more to go, and I take what they have. I gone to Bolio. By the time I reach back, before they take full up again, I take what they have again and I gone. So people now start to see the value of the minibus.
Right.
The people in St. Paul's, they sit down in the bus, Happy Hill, Brizan, and I'm making 3 trips in Bolio.
Before they could leave. Right. Okay. So even from that time, the hustling on the buses started.
Right.
One more.
And
I like this.
They didn't catch the market until I put the name One More. And then I used to get free advertisement. When a team come from Barbados, Trinidad, Jamaica, and they have to go in the days of pearls to pick them up, it was me.
Yes.
When the tourist boat come,
is One More.
I didn't know which work to go with.
Wow.
Because they couldn't fit, 5 of them couldn't fit in the little Austin cars.
Right.
5 people come, 10 people come.
They wouldn't go in the big bus that holding 50.
The big bus wasn't hustling tourists, but the taxis.
Right.
So the taxis started to look at me now. I didn't know which one to go with. I'll just wrap my hand, and everybody calling me, the police calling me, this person calling me. I don't know which one to go with. So the taxi drivers start to look at that.
And they get involved in the minibuses too?
No, Miss Ed take the agency from Noble Smith. And when she see the name come up and whatever it is, she had never ordered any minibus. So that old bus is getting down now. Because Puzzle and me, after we run the bus in the sometime we in Tempe by Brewster, walking in the night with a bottle light to get it running for next day.
Okay.
And then Miss Ed see the value, so she come and ask me if she can order for a bus for me. I say yes, but I didn't have the money. Now she ordered the first new bus in Grenada. When that bus reached in Grenada, it was a love. That new Volkswagen.
And it was yours?
And it was mine. But I didn't have the money to pay for it. But she keep it in the showcase for about 2 weeks. And everybody want to sell the car now to buy that car. But I didn't have the money. But she realized I am the man who started. But telling you about Franco now, when I put the name One More, he said, boy, where you get that name from? Because I get the name by Shane One More, and I write it, Don Buddy Lamont is the one who print that name, write the name One More for me. I say, well, he said, you see that name? Go and register it. But Franco was a businessman and he know about registration, but I never know about registration. But he say, you see that name you have there, where you get that name? Go and register that name. And I didn't do it. And then Mama Ed, out of the first bus, when it reached in Grenada, it was a love. And then everybody. Now one man, my neighbor, met me in the garage by Purcell, and he asked me a question. He said, One More, how much you pay for it? I said, boy, in those days it was $5,400 with all the insurance and everything. He tell me, Banfield, I could call his name. He tell me Miss Ed is a thief. You see Miss Ed rob you. I will never buy that. I will never buy that. Miss Ed is a thief, she rob you. I will buy a 4-wheeler and build it to hold 30 passengers. I go. To my greatest surprise, when I had one, he had two. And then Miss Ed, Mama Ed, no, she had no competition. Ford, Bedford, all of these vehicles never ordered no minibus. Toyota was nowhere wrong. And she was the only person. And then she realized she could make money. And before the Volkswagen reached, it was sold. She could have get anything she wanted for it. It was sold. And that is how the Volkswagen take the route.
And not only that, but that's how the minibus got.
That's how the minibus.
So let me ask you this.
Trinidad didn't have it.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Looking back in the 60s when you started this, and comparing to now, what is your take on the minibus business in Grenada now?
Well, as far as I see, a lot of improvement, and not only in America, because when I started it, Trinidad didn't have it, Barbados didn't have it, Jamaica didn't have it.
What, the minibus?
Yes, they had it, but it wasn't in. They never had it as public transport.
Okay.
Because how I knew that, I was the only one to go to the airport when a team come, a band come, a this come, And when I go to the airport to pick them up, and the Trinidadians in those days used to flock every Easter, August, they used to come on vacation, and some of them I have them for a whole week driving them. And they used to ask me how the government allowed me to run that here. That's how I knew they didn't have it.
Okay.
All right. And I come after all these, well, it started spreading to the West Indies, St. Vincent and all them places and so on. But the greatest part of it, when I am in 73, when I was going to America, there was more minibus on the pier with tourists than taxi.
Okay.
All that time, when I went to America in 73, there was no minibus as public transport. They had the dollar van. So I went in 73 and they didn't have it. They had dollar van. And somebody bring the idea in America, and then it spread in America.
Okay.
So the minibus as public transport start with me.
In Grenada.
And so don't let no other island, Jamaica, they have it in all them islands.
In Barbados, they call it ZR.
Right.
Yeah.
They call it, they copy it from Grenada.
Okay. And from you. You're the man that started it. Yeah. So are you satisfied now with the level of minibuses and so forth that you're seeing in Grenada? Are you happy with, because we have a lot of minibuses here now?
Yeah.
Are you happy with what you're seeing?
Yes. I'm proud
to
know, and everybody. You know what people in America, when I say people meet people and ask them about one more, they say, if you are a Grenadian recently and you don't know one more, you're not a Grenadian. Yeah.
Okay.
And at the end, every minibus that landed in Grenada, even though you're carrying bread, it was known as a one more.
And so many minivans got branded one more.
No matter whatever, if you're carrying bread, the police used to be warning me. Say one more if we don't question the people. If I'm in a bus meet and an accident in Sotes, the people don't go on and say the bus this, they say bus one more.
One more, okay.
There was an accident in Lamod, and the newspapers with Bolin, one of the minibus brings a child, and it was on the papers. Bus one more hit the child. I had to go to Bolin, and he was the editor of the papers.
And say, not me.
Not me. Why you have me as well? So everything they used to tell me was one more. But then I was covered under the Prime Minister.
Matthew Gary.
Right.
So you were safe.
And I got, the first ticket I got was by Queen's Park. But before the police write the note, Boragi, I don't know if you remember Boragi, and Church.
No, I wouldn't have been around that time. Yes.
Right at first man indication from Montparnasse with a trip, overload, fellas all in the back. And before he finished writing the song, all Grenville, all cars passed. They catch one more with one more this morning.
They catch one more with one more this Let me ask you that. We're running out of time. Let me ask you this. Now, you said you gave up your driver's license 13 years ago, or 2013.
Yes.
If all was well, in this current era, would you go back and do a one more?
No.
If your health permitted, and if
it was healthy and so on, I will. But
I mean, with the hustle of the business now, you think you would enjoy driving a one more now? I had to remember that name, One More.
One More.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
And this is the bus that I started with.
Okay.
You see the model?
Yeah, Volkswagen.
Yes, that is it. 1 and the 2.
And that's One More that line up on the bus there?
Yes, that's me.
But you're good looking when you're young, man. But you're better looking now.
Right. Yeah, this is the one that's what I started with. This model.
Okay.
That came to Grenada in 1955.
Ah. So let me ask you this. Generally speaking, would you say in that time that your One More service was a successful business venture?
Yes.
Yeah.
It everywhere benefit from the minibus.
Okay.
Because there was the wooden buses, and according to my statistics, wipe out all the wooden buses. Because wherever the minibuses start running, the wooden buses that holding 50.
They must lose out because people want to go fast.
They want to go fast.
So, in wrapping up, what advice would you give to any young person that wants to get into the One More service?
Right.
The One More business. What advice could you give to them?
Well, I wish them well, and I'm feeling happy that my family lived to see that their father and grandfather have great-grands that have made history of Grenada. And that is one of the things I've been telling them every day, that we, the old people, the people who were born in Grenada, we do not educate our children who were born in America and in Canada and tell them what is Grenada, where is Grenada. And if you ask 90% of Grenadians to spell Bossejou, they cannot spell Bossejou. And if you ask them about white gun, they knows nothing about white gun. And that is why I want the committees who have in the parade in America to bring up this situation, that they should tell the people who was Urias Butler, who was the father of Federation. They don't tell them that.
Right.
And we don't they don't tell them that. That's what I want them to tell the children what is Grenada.
What Grenada was made up of.
Right.
Well, I do hope that you in your own way, you find an avenue to share your message.
Yes.
And that is something that I've learned today, that the minibus, the One More business in the region started in Grenada.
Yes. And
it was started by Mr. Fitzroy Adolphus.
Yes.
One More.
One More.
One more, thanks for coming on the program.
You're welcome.
And I do hope that you live a long, healthy, and fruitful life.
Right.
And you enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yes.
With your daughter and your grandson, and you say you have great grands and everything already.
Yes.
Continue doing what you're doing. Whatsoever you're doing it well, because it's keeping you looking young and healthy.
Thank God.
Thank you for having us.
The pleasure is having us. Yes, good.
Thank you.
Folks, speaking there with Mr. Fitzroy Adolphus, One More. One more get charged for one more. I like that. I like this. Folks, we take a break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
From the farm to the store to your home. Supporting farmers, catering for your needs. The Food Fair Supermarket provides fresh fruits and vegetables from its 2 convenient locations for over 5 decades. The Food Fair Supermarkets, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
Chaos and LED. Get on us, Lord. Grenada had the best mass by far. Grenada had the best job in the whole wide world. Grenada had the best mass by far. Grenada had the best job in the whole wide world. Watch mass and watch Bacchanal, Soca Grand International. That's going around the globe, Soca not just a carnival. Watch mass and watch Bacchanal, Soca Grand International. That's going around the globe.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number 1. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. I want to say thanks to Mr. Fitzroy Adolphus for sharing his life story with us. Very interesting, and you know, that's what we do at the GBN. It's so important to, you know, let our younger ones know the life that you know, went before us. I would have never known this. I read excerpts of this gentleman in a book, and now having met him, oh my goodness, it felt so good. Nonetheless, folks, we've got to move on. We've got more conversations. Let's see what else is what else would you like to talk about this morning? Right, we've got the new Coast Guard, the vessel donated to the Coast Guard. Also, we also heard from that press conference yesterday by the New National Party, with the Member of Parliament for St. Mark, the Honourable Clarice Modest, saying that she's troubled over the increase in crime in the country. What's your take on that? John T's death has been confirmed, the cause of John T's death. Also, Virgin Atlantic is into the inter-island travel service at the moment. moment, so you can also travel through Barbados, Grenada, Barbados, St. Vincent via Virgin Atlantic. So let's hear from you. Let's go to the telephone line and get into the conversation. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and thankful, not well. I don't know. I get a rebound of the flu. I don't know why.
Well, you have to pray and ask God to get you healed.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Concerning the lady from St. Mark, I'm listening about that. I just want to refer her to the Word of God. You see, I don't know what we talk about God, but we don't really believe His Word. It says violence will be great in the earth in the last days. So, there are certain conditions that prevail in a country, and certain people, what political side they take might, do things that are not pleasing. But generally, the Bible says violence will be great in the earth in the last days. So this is a part of what the scripture has predicted would happen. And it's not only because of economic conditions, but because of satanic conditions.
Okay.
There are things that people do and places they go where they shouldn't go. When you go to the devil for what you want, he wants his own payment, and his payment is blood. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So when you go to him for what you think is favor, what you think is good, instead of going to God, your own creator, you're going to the opposite. He wants payment, and his payment is blood.
Okay.
So he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So that is what we're going to reap. What you sow is what you reap. Everywhere on the world now, everywhere on earth now is violence. So the word of God must be fulfilled. So our government, there just 12 months, you want to hold them in the throat because of increased violence or whatever. That is not, I don't think that is the case. We need to pray. We need to seek God. We need to repent of our sins and turn away from all the wickedness that is taking place in the country. Grenada need to repent, and that is what God has been calling for the last 2.5 to 3 years, that Grenada repent of its sins and turn to God.
Okay.
We have to thank Him for the few intercessors God has raised up over the nation that are still praying. But when God is asking for the nation to repent and there is no repentance, He's going to tell you, don't pray for these people. He said in His word, He told a prophet, don't pray for them. Because you see, they were not doing what God says. They were deliberately disobeying God. And He said, don't pray for them. So one of these days, God might just stop the prayer warriors, the intercessors, and those who are standing in the gap for the nation. He might just stop some of us from praying for the nation, are praying for people, are praying for something. Because God is asking for something that He's not getting from Grenada. And as we try to push Him far from Grenada as we possibly can. And again, I want to speak about this GBN taking out the wording of the national anthem and playing one that's only music. And so we don't hear the young people now are not hearing about the consciousness of God. Ever conscious of God. We aspire to be as one people. But if we don't really want to have God in our midst, the devil say, well, you don't want God in me, you want Tom, come in.
Okay.
Yes, if you don't want God in the devil, you want.
Okay, all right, have a good one. Bye-bye. All right, quickly, Marilyn Gordon says, good morning, morning, blessed Wednesday. Morning, Marilyn. Also, she says, when NNP coming with the... man. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
How are you?
I am great.
All right, I'm sipping on some big time.
I'm glad that I can get you. But, let us as callers be mindful of the time. 60 seconds, 90 seconds is a lot. So many people want to make a contribution. We are grateful to hear each other, but let us be mindful of the time. With regards to what was said by the minister, I believe that the parliamentary representative for St. Mark's, It is a discipline problem. It is a breakdown in family life. We as parents are to do a little more. There are cases when we try and somehow the children stray, but more than 90% of the time, the families where the parents are involved and behind the children, 100% we could avoid these things. And the community had to be part of the children's life. We have to look out for each other. We are about to go on vacation. What are we doing for our children that would be out of school and wouldn't be supervised by a teacher? How many of us are taking the initiative to let them be in a class, let them be properly supervised? Even there are times when relatives, pray on them, and we ought to step up, take our position, and do what we have to do as parents, as adults, as community people. Have a great day, Innocent. I thank you.
You too. Have a good one yourself. 12 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let me take a contribution from our WhatsApp platform. And okay, all right. We need to find. Good morning, Innocent. That was an interesting interview. Congrats. About the increase in crimes and violence, everyone needs to be concerned, but to us, it is as though it started in the last few months. Is ludicrous. Listen to the news from the court and hear how many murder cases are now being called from 2017 to 2020, with the majority in 2019 and 2018. We need to find the source of the problem. Too much idle time, gambling and drinking. Yes, idle hands are the devil's workshop. All right. Good morning, Innocent. Great history from One More. I remember the bus, One More, as a very young child going to school. Nice to see the face behind the One More and know he's still healthy and strong with a good memory. God bless him. Yeah, I like that. Someone says, good morning. Chatters on the street tell us what NMP did with the huge donation Trinidad government gave us for our Coast Guard. Tell us who have the security company in the market, and Claudette still have them there while all with products going by cat. Tell us who have the market in a state of what? Letting tarpaulins over we head while drugs and alcohol continue to plague us market vendors. Time for the government to clean up that so those street chatters will shut up. Enough is enough. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Innocent, to Pierre for Jesus. This morning again, talking about healing and praying for the nation and so on. But God doesn't hear the prayer of wicked people, God doesn't hear the prayer of people who would stand at a church door and tell people do not enter because there's witchcraft inside it. Have a good day, will you?
Oh my goodness. Have a good day, bro. Have a good one. Please, Innocent, the PM cannot stop or perform a miracle in minds of some of these youths. These were born in them. Let's take some contributions from our Facebook page. All right. Good morning, Mr. Gordon, and to all the beautiful soul on the platform. Maxwell Belfon says, good morning. Good morning, says Paula Paul. Mildred Smith, NNPites, you all late, no coming back. Grandpa going with it. Gramps, so says Paula Paul, Gramps should retire, take a vacation and leave our PM alone. Flower Rose says, good morning, GBN, have yourself a blessed day. Lionel Fitzgerald Sparks, GBN, you all going out of hand. Now, all are honorable. I don't know. Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada. Karakupidi Martinique. Blessings to all on this wonderful Wednesday. Have a blessed and safe day. Good morning to you, Kathy and Adams. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Marilyn Gordon says, it's so amazing how Grenada is moving forward, different from the last 20 odd years. There was building up hotel. Now the new administration is building up people, and its country can NNP rebut that? Come good with all your disgrace for 20 years. 20 years as an administration, allegedly. Some people still don't want to give our PM credit for that. He mean business and get the work done, not just talking like the former Prime Minister. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Hi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Welcome to the program.
I don't really like the idea of criticizing too much, but no. And I find there's one individual who always calls to criticize me. Very mad. But the truth is, I would like to advise Ms. Jeremiah. She keeps speaking about God and God and God. But I would like to say to her that there are many different gods. And so in putting out some message to God, she must put a little handle. The Almighty God.
Okay.
That would sound a lot better. The Almighty God. Okay? As in India, you will find the God of the sun, the God of the rain, the God of the moon, the God of the stars, throughout the world, you will find the God of all these things. So, if she would only listen a little more and say Almighty God, because He is the Almighty. And in particular, He's not just one. He's three in one.
All right.
Father, Son, and Holy.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Paul says, wow, he's looking great for 95. Sylvina Charles, blessed morning, Innocent, and your guests. Flower Rose, God, you always at 95, you're so young. Keep up the great work. Alistair Warwood Sr., for the younger folks, Santa Maria is the name that preceded the Islander Hotel. Coylan Nash, good morning, Grenada, yellow and more yellow. All right. Aldith George, a happy good morning to this gentleman. Continue blessing you. All right. Magdalene Andrews, good morning to my family, friends, and the Grenadian people. Also, good morning to one more and his family. You did a lot. A friendly bus driver for Bulio, Snokona, Lamode. Way to go, one more. All right. Alistair Warwood, that's a first for Grenada in the Caribbean. I didn't know about. Yeah, I just know that too. Congratulations. He'll make a lot of money doing one more service now. All right, folks, we take a final commercial break in this segment, and we'll be back after these messages for the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
Mention the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know. We have the low power that.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
Records at the traffic department shows that a total of 1,447 accidents were reported for the year 2012, which includes 3 road fatalities. 2,946 accidents were reported for the year 2022, which includes 8 road fatalities. This is a significant increase of 104%.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The final moments of the conversation, 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
I am alive and thankful.
But I try to turn you off. I don't want to listen to because I want to hurt nobody's feelings by calling regular. But oh gosh, when I remember you, I must tune in. Listen now. NNP claim they don't want to blame government for the crime that's going on, but a statement showing that they want to blame this government. But when I look around, not 1 year children not committing the crime is what they breed. You know how much young people should be working with this company today? Prominent, but they put them and give them cheap labor and they paying them a side pen for all these years. So right now, the children and them get angry with the treatment that NNP give them when they was more young. And these people and them, you remember 1 year, once the prominent workers was threatened by the money, they say they want to take over their job because them children and them used to give it all. But when for them to employ the young people, government giving them a bus fare. So this thing build up in them children mind and they see the antiennies that the government treat them as young people. So who knows if they don't have a hand in acting up because the treatment that they get under the leadership of the NNP.
That is your analysis of the situation?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Thanks
because they playing, I ain't blaming government, but what they're saying, you could see they blaming this administration for the behavior of the children. But I used to tell them they have a small snake in a box, and the snake will get big and grow the box. So that is what they do to the young people of this country.
All right.
Have a good morning.
You too, my dear. Have a good one. One of our contributors on the WhatsApp platform says, "Good morning, innocent, guilty. The NNP member of parliament isn't concerned about crimes in Grenada. They only miss the power they lost. They have been there for many years. Clean sweep. Now they want to put the blame on the NDC. NNP, please leave the NDC young people do their jobs. Trust me, they will get it together. Bye." Okay. All right, folks, this is where we have to wrap it up for this morning. Let me see. Meme says, "I will be disappointed when I get to heaven and did not see Miss G." Atalangain says, "Good morning, Mr. One More. I remember you back in those days. Keep on saying one more as you drive through. Stay well, my brother. I met you in Brooklyn many years ago." All right. Okay, Ernesto Jose, waiting on your comment. Okay, Ernesto, what is your comment? Unfortunately, Ernesto, this morning I got to miss your comment, because teach the youth our history, let them know the truth. Mickman Alexander. Okay, my Nyack family used to drive a wooden bus back in the days. I used to enjoy the free rides, laugh out loud. My cousins Andrew Nyack Sr. and Matthew Nyack used to drive their dad bus. So says Paul. Coylan Nash, one more. I like that name. Blessed. Folks, thank you for being a part of the program this morning. And I do hope that the good Lord spare your life so we can have another one tomorrow. I've got to go. Be safe. Be good. God bless you all. I love you. Bye-bye.